Wake up, exiles. Battershout 2 is getting bigger than we all expect. More teasers on a new weapon lock feature, support gems, and also visual updates to the game. All minor things, so nothing major is still being told us. And yet, even all these minor things that they have hinted at already will make a better Path of Exile after the O2 update, and we're still missing the big banger headlines. We'll be adding a quality of life feature that lets you lock your main, hand, offhand, or bows so that you can use the same items between weapon set 1 and 2. At first, doesn't sound that impressive, but just watch for a second.
Are you tired of finding two good weapons to take advantage of the skill tree's weapon set system? Well, in Path of Exile 2's 020 content update, we're making a quality of life change that lets you use the same weapon in both weapon sets.
What does this mean? Maybe you have one skill like Shattering Concoction, which is extremely crit heavy. So in your passive tree, you would go for all the crit nodes, truly boosting the critical strike damage up whenever you throw Shattering Concoction. But if I'm then using my Hypothermia curse or even the Freezing Mark, I would like to intensify the use of the curse because I don't need the critical strike damage for the curse. But I also don't need to swap my weapons for the curse because I can cast it together with my bow. Yet though I would like to use a second weapon set to then use the second weapon set points to not waste the critical strike damage points on an intensified Hypothermia curse. And now with the new update, you'll be able to basically use the same weapon for both things without actually having to do a weapon swap. Maybe even completely avoiding this weapon swap delay because sometimes it's really awkward. But not anymore. This is going to be useful for at least 5 of my 11 builds so far. Good change. Second, we have mentioned before that we're adding a plethora of new support gems. I told you, the first 5 we've seen is not everything. There's so much. I expect at least 15 to 20 new support gems. This one is called Battershout. Let's first watch it and then we'll talk about it. You're applying armor break and then boom, everything explodes. So what's happening in this clip? The skill reads, supported skills cannot break armor. Supported skills consume fully broken armor on enemies within range to trigger Battershout. Just from a gameplay loop perspective, he does the armor breaker to break the armor. Good. And then he uses Infernal Cry with the Battershout support to then, boom, explode set Battershout. And with the Infernal Cry, it then explodes even more. The Battershout itself deals physical area damage based off the broken armor of the target, which the explosion was triggered from. Explosion radius is 2 meters, and you do 4% more damage per 50 strength. I like that. Strength mains, I mean, my current warrior has 300 strength. Cool. Deals physical damage equal to 50% broken armor of the target triggered from. Does not take into account over broken armor. Yes, no crazy gameplay with the Anvil's weight and then the imploding impacts of the Warbringer Ascendancy to do even more damage as you overbreak armor does not count. Yet though, a chain reaction armor breaking fun fiesta. Considering that the warrior tree is just full of armor break. Bonus armor break duration, more armor broken. Then we get here again, break increased armor. Like you're consistently just able to get everyone obliterated. To be able with whatever skill you then want to support, explode said armor. I've been experimenting in between with a armor break resonating shield build where you're pretty much going around and breaking armor like this while pumping the enemies away from you. So already in the current version with my totem build that was going like for full totems, and then I just run around and break the armor while my totems are going crazy, nuking everything. And then on top, add the war cry and explode everything. Beautiful. This gets followed up by a second very interesting, like I think I love this one the most. It's called Perfection. What does Perfection do? Here we get the snipe skill. So the hunter is sniping forward and doing a perfect shot. So he's hitting that perfect timing for the maximum damage. The same you can do with a perfect strike. Perfection reads, successfully executing perfect timing with supported skills grants perfection. All perfection is lost on failing to execute any perfect timing. But what does perfection do? Well, perfection says it lasts for 6 seconds and can stack up to 3 times, granting 5% more damage per stack. That's simply another 15% more damage for hitting the timing that you're planning to hit anyways. On the perfect strike for the warrior, I get the martial tempo, window of opportunity for actually hitting my perfect timing for more damage. Then the fire infusion to deal more damage. We could add the perfection gem and another thing for just even more bonus damage. I'm generally a fan of these perfect timing skills as it feels very satisfying to hit them. And hey, you get a 6-second window to keep stacking up. So every 6 seconds, one perfect timed hit should easily be possible. Lastly, we're continuing to improve the visual and audio fidelity of Path of Exile 2. Here's a sneak peek of the visual upgrade to Essences. And I think I like this a lot. It does stand out quite remarkable, and you understand that it is the Essence thing. And I'm very okay with them paying attention to these small details, because even these small details are important to make a game feel good, feel amazing. We're going to have more skills to maybe use some undervalued stuff. Is this going to be absolutely earth-shattering, changing your builds? Is this build and aiming, making new things? Maybe the Battershout, the perfection, not so much. Yet though, it's adding more options to the game. The weapon lock is amazing. I gave you one example. You can probably think about 10 more examples where it's helpful. And I'll have to experiment way more with weapon swap points. And so far, this adds up to quite some stuff already. I mean, that was the weapon locking together with a Battershout. Then we get the improved essences. We get the new uniques coming, and that's some of many, with the new Atlas in the endgame update. Then we get the tower endgame change. We have another 5 bonus support gems of many more to come, because again, they mentioned they'll be adding even more. These were just 7 of many more options, plus then even more unique items. All minor things, as mentioned in the one teaser. And this is all minor, and they're still keeping the major things under wraps. That I'm really... Give me the... Druid. I want Druid. I want to play totems. I want to play more diverse, different, fun totems. Don't hold them back on me. What would you like to see? What's a major thing a major thing? You need this. This is what's going to make you super happy. If you want to see some of the other update videos, if you have missed the other teasers and explanations, enjoy. Have a fantastic good day.